I'm Coach Rita Gladstone coming to you from the USTA National Campus. In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 simple steps to help you hit with slice on your ground strokes and add some spice to your game. First, let's talk about why you want to hit a slice and when you can use it to gain a tactical advantage. The first situation is to defend. The one-handed backhand slice, as opposed to a two-handed backhand, is going to give you far more reach. It's going to allow you the opportunity to dig out some balls from the corner and extend the rally. It's also an opportunity to have you go from a more defensive position back to a neutral one. The slice is also a great choice when you're approaching the net. It's going to be able to keep the ball low and make it much harder for your opponent to be able to tee off on that passing shot. Finally, slice adds versatility and can disrupt your opponent's rhythm, especially if you're playing against someone who loves that ball right at waist level or shoulder high. Throwing in a surprise slice where the ball's bouncing lower gets them out of their comfort zone. Anything you can do to make your opponent's life a little bit more difficult on the other side of the net is a way to give yourself an advantage on the tennis court. Step number 1 is the grip. And the continental grip is the grip of choice on the slice for both the forehand and the backhand. The grip is just going to naturally position that racket head above your hand and allow you to execute a more high to low swing path to create that spin effect. To find the continental grip, you can put that base knuckle right on the second bevel of your racket. And another way to find it is to just extend that racket with your non-dominant hand and kind of reach those fingers and place your knuckle right on that second bevel. Always think about a nice finger spread as well. The slice is a shot of feel. When we get those fingers spread across the grip, we're able to really feel the ball as we hit through it. Step 2 is the unit turn. We want to start our preparation for the volley with the unit turn, not just simply bringing our racket back. A unit turn is going to mean that we're going to rotate our entire upper body. And as we do this, you'll see with the unit turn that we naturally get that racket back and above the hand. We also want to make sure that racket head is above the incoming ball. This is going to allow us to hit high to low and be able to cut through the ball and penetrate the court. One way you can check your unit turn on your backhand is when you turn, if you can really feel that shoulder underneath your chin, you know you've got good preparation. Step number 3 is the non-dominant hand. We want to have the non-dominant hand for both the forehand and the backhand slice on the throat of the racket. On the forehand side, once we release that hand from the throat, that non-hitting arm can really serve to help create balance and also as a guide for the incoming ball. The non-dominant hand on our backhand slice can really help guide and take the racket back. And again, will help keep that racket head up so you'll be in a position to slice from high to low on that ball. Step 4 is the racket face. And since we're using the continental grip for the slice, that's going to allow us to be able to open up the racket face slightly at contact. And we want to be careful that it's a slight open racket face. Too open with our strings pointing too far up, and we're going to have a ball that just kind of floats up and sits short for our opponent. If we're too closed, that ball is going to be a little bit too flat, and a good chance it's going to end up in the net. So finding that open racket face, it can help to think about leading with the bottom edge of the racket, and that's going to give us just enough angle to keep that ball low and penetrate the court. Step 5 is to finish strong on the slice. As we hit through the ball, we're going to aim to really finish with that racket on the hitting side of the body. For the backhand slice, one key tip that will help you maintain your turn and give your backhand slice a little bit more bite is to pull that left arm away and down after contact. I like to call this sometimes like an umpire, like the safe position, like you're calling somebody safe at home plate, okay? With that, pulling that left arm back can really help you avoid turning and opening up, which can be one way that our slices can go awry. Also, we want to finish strong with our legs on the slice. In our follow-through position, Our left arm's coming back, and we're also going to have that body weight lean in on that front leg. So think about being aggressive with both your racket and your legs. So those are your 5 simple steps to hit with slice. Just to recap, step 1 is the grip. Using a continental grip is going to put you in a position to be able to open the racket face and generate the spin you want on the ball to keep it low and make life a little bit more difficult for your opponent. Step 2 is the unit turn. When we want to get ready to slice, we want to rotate that entire upper body. When we make a full unit turn, that naturally turns our body and gets our racket back in the proper position. We also want to keep that racket head higher than the incoming ball. Step 3 is we want to use that non-dominant hand. On our forehand, that non-dominant hand is going to help keep the racket stable, and our opposite arm can really serve as a guide for the incoming ball. On our backhand side, that non-dominant hand is so important as it helps us bring the racket back and then pulls out and away on our finish. Step number 4 is the racket face, remembering to keep it slightly open at contact and making those minor adjustments for higher or lower balls. Not too far open, not too closed. Step number 5 is to finish strong. And we want to finish with having that racket ideally on the hitting side of the body. For our backhand, using that left hand to pull away and down to help maintain our shoulder turn. We can also use our non-hitting arm on the forehand side so we can finish strong. On both sides, we want to finish with our weight and using our legs so we can be aggressive with both our legs in the slice as well as our racket. Thanks for joining us. Have fun out there on the courts, and we hope you're able to use this video to help you spice it up. Remember to subscribe to our USTA YouTube channel so you can check out more tips for your game and also find fun and informative videos.